Hello, my students, my ICTA students. This is assignment number 4, Borders and Shading, Delta Variant. So the first thing it's asking you to do is go to a blank document. So you're going to a blank document, and I've got mine on, go to home here. I put on your no spacing as usual. Make sure your show and hide is on. I now go to Insert, and remember you're going to go to the drop down arrow for Object and choose Text from File. Now you'll go to your classes drive, and I have to go to a different spot, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. And then you'll go to your outbox and you're going to search for the word Delta. Alright, I'm going to go to my ICTA folder here and search, and I'm going to put in Delta. And you'll do the same thing. Search for Delta, and you should see Data Delta Variant. So either you can double click here or insert, whichever you want to do. And now you have the document on your screen that says 3 things you need to know about the Delta variant. Okay, so first thing we want to do is save it in your folder. So I want you to go File, Save As, and again I'll be saving in a different place than you, but you go to your folder. So I'm going to go to Browse. I'll go to my name, you go to your name, and go to your ICTA folder, and I want you to go to your Displays folder. So make sure you're in your Displays folder and check to make sure that you can see your name, ICTA 2021, and Displays. Alright, and I asked you to call this one okay, so you're supposed to select all of this. Or actually, you need the Delta variant, so you could just take this piece out and put in your first name. So I'm going to put in my first name, Lee, and today's date. You use the current date for you, and it was called Data Delta Variant. Okay, so that's good. Oh no, I wasn't supposed to put in data. I was just supposed to call it Delta Variant. Okay, so my name, August 6th, and Delta variant. That's what you want, and save it. Okay, so the next thing that it asked you to do is add a 3-point colored shadow, paragraph border, and colored shading to the heading. Alright, so here's my heading. I'm going to select it, go to my Home tab. I'm going to go to Borders and Shading, and it said select a shadow. So I want a shadow border. 3 points, so I want to change it to 3 points, and you can see the big black shadow, and choose a line style and a color. Okay, it doesn't matter to me what you choose. I'm going to choose red just because it shows up so well. Okay, so I want to apply that to the heading, and I also need to apply a fill, it said. Okay, so I want to go to shading, and remember max 15%. And I'm going to go with red, but you can go with any color that you want, and apply it to the paragraph. Okay, so my text is still highlighted. It says use small caps and size 18. So I want to go to font here, your font dialog box launcher arrow. I want size 18, and it said small caps. All right, and you know what? I think I'm going to put bold. Oh, the bold's on it already. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so there we have 3 things you need to know about the Delta variant. Alright, that's good. So go Control S to save. Okay, so now we're going to copy a picture from the class's drive. So remember, go down here to the File Explorer, the yellow folder. Click on your File Explorer button. Okay, and we want to go to the classes drive. So go to your classes drive. Again, I have to go to a different spot than you, but go to your classes drive, and then I want you to go to your outbox, and then go to your ICTA folder. And go to your ICTA and search. Okay, so click on search. I'm going to say go to your pictures folder and search, and you're going to search for plus, P-L-U-S, okay, and you should come up with the one called Delta Variant Plus. Okay, now we want to copy this. So right click on it, go down to copy, all right, and now you're going to go back to your folder. Okay, so go back to your folder, go to your ICTA folder, and go to your displays folder. Or maybe I asked you to go to your pictures. No, go to your pictures folder. My fault. So go back and go to your pictures folder, and I want you to right click and paste. Okay, so you should have Delta Variant Plus in your folder. All right, that's good. So close out of there. So click on your X to close out. You've copied the picture. Now it says for the first set of bullets on page 2, use the picture from your folder called the Delta Variant. All right, so the first, okay, on the second page. Okay, so we see wearing a mask. All right, and we're going to use the bullets here. So I'm going to select these items. And remember, on the Home tab, we go to your bullet button, click on the drop down, and you're going to define new bullet. And of course you want picture, and you want to go from file. Okay, so browse, and you want to go to your folder. Okay, so go to your folder. I'm going to go to my name, you go to your name. Go to ICTA and go to pictures. And now get the Delta Variant Plus picture and insert. Now you see the picture there. Say OK, and you have got your bullets in. Now take a look. We want the bullets to be at the left-hand edge. So take your rectangle, and remember the rectangle, the left indent. Click, hold, and drag it back until the top triangle is at the white and the gray. Now, this is a small bullet, but I think you better try 3 ticks. So go to your hanging indent and drag it in 1 tick. So there should be a distance of 3 ticks there. Okay, so now the next instruction says that we want to put 10 points of space after. Now, when you go to put 10 points of space after, remember, select all of the bullets, but not the last one. Okay, select all the bullets, but not the last one. And you're going to go to paragraph, and you say that you want to have 10 points after. And you also said single spacing. And remember, there should be no check mark here. So if you have a check mark, remove it. There should be no check mark. All right, so say OK. And there's your 10 points of spacing after. Perfect. So now it tells you to go to the words called 3 things. All right, now you don't know where those words are, or you likely don't. So go Control Home and go Control F to find. Okay, and now type in, and note that it's typed in as 3. T-H-R-E-E. Okay, 3. Oh, I got tree. Hold on. T-H-R-E-E. Okay, so there's the first thing. There's our 3 things. All right, that's what we want. So now select those 2 words, 3 things, and it said use a colored text border and colored shading. All right, so I want to go here to my borders and shading, and any text here is fine. I'm going to just choose a box, and I'm going to put a line on it, and I'm going to make it, yeah, about 1 point is good. I don't think I'll go over that. The color, I'm going to stick with my red. So I'm going to put the color, and note that I said apply to text because I selected the text. And now it asked for shading. And again, make sure it says text, and I'm going to click on the drop down here, 15% max, and I'm still going to go, oh, this time I'll go with purple. Okay, I'll go with purple as my fill, and note that it's on text only. All right, so say OK. Okay, so click off, and there's what you've got, 3 things. Okay, leave your paintbrush there. Actually, I'm going to turn my navigation off just so you got more space here. Okay, I'm going to go back to 3 things. I want to double click on my paintbrush, and it said go to page 2, and the first one is wearing a mask over your nose and mouth. Okay, so I put that one in, and then staying 6 feet away from people. Okay, and then washing your hands frequently. So washing your hands frequently and steering clear of crowded indoor spaces. So do that, and paying attention to local infection rates. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right, and now that was, I think, all we had to do there. Okay, so now it tells us to go to the 3 lines here, Delta variant, variant of concern, and more transmissible. And it said use small caps and expanded spacing, okay? So I'm going to select the 3 of them and go to font and put my small caps on. And let's make them about size 16 right now, but we can change that later if we don't like it. And advanced, we want to, I'm going to say let's put about 6 points of expanded spacing, okay? Now the first 2 lines are centered, okay? Haha, look what I got here. First 2 lines, go Control E to center. Okay, I didn't want any, so I want to take off my borders and shading, so I'm just going to go to my borders and shading button and say no borders. Well, it's on text. So you know what? The best way is go Control Spacebar. All right. And I'm going to select this one and go Control Spacebar. Okay. I've wiped that off. Now I want to go here. And I don't know. I must have left my paintbrush on. Okay. Go back to font here. I want small caps. I want size 16. And I want expanded spacing 6 points. Okay, that's good. All right, now I'm going to go here and pick up my paintbrush and paint this one and go Control L to put it back at the left hand side. And these 2, okay, they're on no spacing. They're on normal spacing right now. I'm going to put them on no spacing. All right, so the Delta variant, it said note the capital letters, and I see a capital D, capital V, so I got that right. Variant of concern, I have a capital V and a capital C, so that's good. And more transmissible, that's all good. All right, so now I am supposed to add, for the Delta variant line, which I'm on, and you know what? I got to take out the normal spacing. So I'm going to highlight these 3 lines, go to paragraph, and I want 0 points. So put in 0 points, single spacing, and make sure there's no check mark and say OK. All right, there's what I want. Okay, so now I do want to press enter once here after concern. All right, so on the Delta variant, I want a bottom border, thick bottom border, and left and right indents. Okay, so, and I'm just about out of time. I got 2 minutes, so I'll go quickly here because you know how to do this. Borders and shading. I'm going to choose this line. I'm going to make it purple, and I want it on purple, and I want it on the bottom. So take off the top, the left, and the right, and there was no shading. Okay, so I've got it on the bottom. On the variant of concern, I want a line on the top. I want a different line. So I want to go borders and shading, choose a different line, and I'm going to go with green and put it on the top. Okay, so there I have that. Now, the first one, I was supposed to use left and right indents of 1 inch. So on the Delta variant, I want to come in 1 inch, and I want to come in 1 inch. Okay, on the second one, I want 1.5. Okay, so my left indent is going to be 1.5, and my right indent is going to be 1.5. Okay, I'm going to stop there because I'm going to run out of time, and I'll continue on in the next video. So save your work.